Hello friends, welcome back to Notebook. In this chapter on drainage, we will take a brief tour of India's natural drainage systems. It will show us yet again the wonderful resources that our country is blessed with. But what is a drainage system? Let us start by addressing this basic question first. You must have heard this term a number of times so far, related to your house or to your locality. In that context, it means the removal of excess water and fluids so that they flow out into a pipeline meant for that very purpose, finally emptying out into designated places. Well friends, the concept here is the same too. The term drainage or natural drainage describes the river system of an area. In a sense, it describes how water from rain or melted snow accumulates as streams and then come together to form a main river that flows out into a larger water body like a lake or a sea. The area that is drained by a single river is called the drainage basin. The largest drainage basin in the world is the one formed by the Amazon River in South America. The largest drainage basin in India is the one formed by the river Ganga. A water divide is essentially a mountain or an upland that divides two drainage basins. The figure on your screen shows two basins separated by a water divide. You can also see the two rivers, each of which has formed a basin, along with the tributaries. So, how many drainage basins have we got? According to the Central Water Commission, India has 22 drainage basins. Let's take a look at how they are distributed across the country. And here's the list of the drainage basins in India. Let us now take a quick look at the drainage patterns. As the streams with a basin keep flowing year after year, they create certain patterns due to erosion. These are called drainage patterns. However, these patterns are by no means random or ad hoc. The pattern that is formed within a basin depends on the underground rock structure, the climate, and the slope of the land. Let's take a look at a few such patterns and how they are formed. The dendritic pattern is formed where the river channel follows the slope of the terrain. The stream and its tributaries look like the branches of a tree. That is how this pattern has derived its name. The trellis pattern develops when the tributaries join a river at approximately right angles. This happens in regions where hard and soft rocks exist parallel to each other. The rectangular pattern develops in rocky areas where the underground rocks have strong joints. The radial pattern is formed when streams flow out in different directions from a peak. The parallel pattern is formed when streams flow in the same direction down steep slopes with some relief. A single drainage basin may have a combination of two or more patterns. India is a country blessed with rivers from north to south and from east to west. Let's learn a little more about them. The Indian rivers are broadly divided into two groups, the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Let us look at how these rivers compare. The Himalayan rivers are perennial, which means that they have water throughout the year. This is because they are fed both by rainfall as well as by the melting snow of the northern peaks. The major rivers in this group are the Ganga, the Indus, and the Brahmaputra. Indus and Brahmaputra originate from the north of the Himalayas. They have created gorges by cutting through the mountains. The Himalayan rivers traverse long courses from source to sea and are characterized by strong currents in their upper courses which result in high levels of erosion. They carry heavy loads of silt and sand. In their middle and lower courses, they form meanders, oxbow lakes, and other features. They also have well-developed deltas. Let's now take a quick look at the peninsular rivers. These rivers are mostly seasonal as they are fed only by the seasonal rains. Hence, they dry up substantially during summer. They have much shorter and shallower courses than their Himalayan counterparts. Some of the peninsular rivers originate from the central highlands and flow towards the west like Narmada and Tapti, while most originate from the western Ghats and flow towards the Bay of Bengal. We shall join you again in the next video. Till then, do go through the notes and question bank compiled specially for you.